Hello, hello, hello. You are tuning into another episode of TheWunderkindShow. And for another topic for today, I had already reported that Lamar was working very hard to try to make it back. The injury report was actually updated. He was not placed on it yet, though. But I have something to really talk about. And I want to talk about the deplorable, absolutely degenerate acting and speaking on Lamar's injury that Sean Payton, Michael Vick, and Charles Woodson took place in doing on national television. Let me hear me well. How dare you sit up there, not even knowing the person's full extent? They gave you a glimpse. They only gave you a glimpse because of the media's attention and twisting everything. She said, look, guys, I really want to play right now. I'm trying to work the play. It was just it was more serious than originally diagnosed. So what do? You get up there on national television and slander him. Put a brace on. If Michael Vick had a line with Lamar, it has been shut off. Charles Woodson and Sean Payton. Sean Payton was suspended, I remind you, for 1 whole year for trying to purposely injure other quarterbacks. And we don't even have to go in on Michael Vick. The lack of practicing. How do you go? If I want everyone to understand where I'm coming from real quick, right? Try to understand where I'm coming from. You hear your teammates and your coach getting absolutely blasted in the media. Oh, nobody knows what's wrong with Lamar. He was going to be back at this time. Blah, 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 blah. And Lamar goes, you know what? Let me just address it, and maybe they'll leave it alone. So the man tells you what? Look, it's a grade 2 PCL strain. I really want to be out there with the guys. I'm just not able to yet. That's it. Nothing contract related. I really want to play. I'm just injured. I can't. You're mad that he did that because you're now saying that he made it all about himself. Even though every report and the media was nonstop reporting on him 24/7 for the last 5 weeks. Okay. Then you question his commitment and dedication to the sport in which he chose and given so much to. Michael Vick, you were never an MVP. Never. Charles Woodson, you were a Heisman, if I'm not mistaken, but you were never an MVP. This man has shown and even this year, this is why I tell everybody that it frustrates me and why I get so riled up when this stuff come up. He had multiple injuries this year. He had a hip contusion, right? That fans didn't find out until a week and a half after. He was like, yeah, his hip is pretty bad. And he was still running up the gut. They were still running him and everything. He's running, trying to dip dive, and you can see him kind of limping, favoring. He's still out there. If he wanted to quit on the team, he could have already did it. The man has shown you nothing but resolve. And now that he's actually injured, right? Everybody's questioning it because of a contract. I want to remind everybody, this is the same club that misdiagnosed J.K. Dobbins, misdiagnosed Ronnie Stanley, misdiagnosed Derek Wolfe. Nothing Lamar does will be good enough for the media because I've already told everybody, the media, and no, even the former players, they now work for the media because they get paychecks. They get paid to do this. The media is never like Lamar because he marches to the beat of his own drum. He doesn't have an agent. Everybody says, he needs an agent. He needs an agent. Nobody is saying that about Roquan. Has anybody noticed that? Oh, congratulations, Roquan. Roquan doesn't have an agent. Do you know why? Because what Lamar is on the cusp of doing is upsetting the balance of the NFL. if he is able to negotiate a $200 million contract guaranteed, more guarantees than all those other guys previous to him, right? Prior to him, then it makes people start to wonder, do I really need that agent taking 5%, 7%, 10%, whatever the percentage is? And agents are a big money business in all professional sports. That's why they attack him. How many people on the media say, look, I have an agent, and I think he should get an agent. It's the inner workings of how the business is run. Just like in Hollywood or anything else, you have to have an agent to open up doors for you and everything else. If you could do it yourself, then people start being like, well, why do I need you? Right? So what they do is they try to build a world where that all of them are needed. That's how the media, the agents and NFL teams are all connected. But never has there been a quarterback, an MVP quarterback, to try to upset the balance. So what you see here is the system fighting back. That's all they're doing. They're fighting back, and they're willing to take shots no matter how much lack of evidence that they have at this man. And they don't care if they look foolish doing it. But they know because he is such an absolute lightning rod for controversy, not because of what he does, but all because of what he represents. They do it anyways. And they know they'll get away with it because of it. Because people already have their mind made up about Lamar. That's the problem with Lamar. They've already had their mind made up before he ever threw it down in the NFL. So even when he won his MVP, listen, just this year started, there was an article that stated an NFL coach came out and said, I don't care if he wins 12 MVPs. He'll never be a real quarterback. Hey, you'll never be a real quarterback after winning 12 MVPs? No, you wouldn't need to be. You'll just be the greatest player to ever have put on a cup, cleats, helmet, jersey, ever. But they don't care about that. This is why I keep trying to tell people why Lamar probably is so insulated, because the way he's doing things, if he wasn't, they would have shredded him already. Imagine people looking at a man that is truly injured. And he's been, look, I already reported this in video prior. He's been working to get back. He's still fighting to get back. He didn't quit on this season. There's a reason why Lamar Jackson follows me on Twitter. There's a reason. Just to give you guys an FYI, if you did not know. So, like I said, he's been working. A lot of people don't know that. I don't give that information up easily. But yeah, he follows me on Twitter. There's a reason. I've conversated with the guy. Like, you got to understand, like, this guy really does want to win. And you just take shots at him like that on national television? Oh, he ain't going to be with this club. Blah, 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 blah. That's where the Ravens, what I always say, this is why I said the Ravens let it fester. Because if the Ravens will come out and be like, look, our player is working. We're not going to tell you what's wrong with him, but he's working to get back. And when he's healthy enough to get back, he will be back. He's our leader, but we have a game to play and we're still trying to win. But make no mistake about it, our leader wants to be out there. Our leader is working his butt off to get back out there. Our leader is rooting us on because he undoubtedly is fighting and crawling to get back to the level of excellence in which he portrays. That's the problem, the Ravens. That's the problem I have with the Ravens. Because it shouldn't be up to the player to say anything. Lamar heard all the stuff, and he comments, and then you blast him because you're saying you're making it all about himself. It's been all about him for more than 5 weeks. He's trending every day. Every single day. I'm not giving up any more information about it. Yes, if you go to my Twitter, you can check it. Yes, me and Lamar, we do follow each other. I check up on him every so often and stuff like that. So when you see the character of somebody, and that's as much as I'll give up to you guys. That's as much as I'll give up to you guys. But when you see the character of somebody, you respect them. And I want everyone to have common sense with this. If Lamar really wanted to, if this was really about the contract, wouldn't he have done or quit when he first got the hip? Wouldn't he have quit when he got the shoulder? Think about it. Think about it. Up until that point, the Ravens only lost 2 games. See what I'm saying? The man really gets a bad injury, gets to get limping off. Everybody wants him to play. The reason why is because he's box office. The playoffs almost seem not the same without him in it. Everybody's watching for Lamar. The only other QB that has anything close to his accolades or more in his age bracket or close to it is Patrick Mahomes. I just want to say this, we live in such a toxic society that everybody feeds. It becomes something of a necessity of it on social media, because everybody's so clamoring for it, and everyone's trying to force feed it down your throat. Negativity, toxicity, and it's what sells. So they love it. That's all this is. But for somebody like a Michael Vick, somebody like a Charles Woodson to go on national air and be like, you know what I'm saying? We feel like if you had money, you'd be all right. Everybody that's had PCL injuries have said this thing is bad. But that's not enough for any of you, is it? And the worst part about it is, Lamar, even after the contract, he will be damned if he do and damned if he don't. And that, my friends, is a true disservice to the character of one name, Lamar Jackson. And that was another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Man, you guys could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me, and you know I appreciate it. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you haven't already, and leave a comment. Just like the last couple videos or all my other videos, I do comment back. I love commenting and having dialogue with you guys. So, and if you would like to help The Wunderkind Show in a monetary way, at the bottom of the screen is a QR code, okay? And as we're growing as I'm growing as a platform, right? This helps with donations. And in the description, you'll be able to find the Cash App for it, $, The Wunderkind Show. So once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nitro, signing off. And you guys knows my slogan. Peace. And I'm out. Yer.